History is full of wonders, but it also hides some of the darkest, strangest, and most terrifying truths humanity has ever known. Behind the ruined statues and ancient scrolls lie secrets that reveal just how brutal, creative, and at times horrifying our ancestors could be. Let us explore some of the most chilling and mind-blowing facts from the ancient world. Facts that prove truth really is stranger than fiction. One of the most gruesome torture methods in ancient Persia was called scaphism. The victim was tied between two boats, force-fed milk and honey, and then covered in it. Left floating on stagnant water, they would slowly die over several days, as insects fed on their body. It was a horrifying punishment designed not just to kill, but to make the death last as long and painfully as possible. In ancient India, Emperor Ashoka is often remembered for embracing Buddhism and spreading peace, but few know about his earlier years. Before his transformation, Ashoka was known for building what was called Ashoka's Hell, a hidden torture chamber disguised as a beautiful palace. Inside, prisoners were tortured using fire, blades, and boiling water. It was said to be so brutal, even the executioners feared entering it. The Aztecs, known for their rich culture and powerful empire, also had dark rituals. One of the most disturbing tools they used was the death whistle. Shaped like a skull, this whistle produced a sound similar to a human scream. It was used during sacrifices and in warfare to terrify enemies. Even today, when the whistle is blown, it sends chills down the spine. In the battlefields of ancient times, we often imagine swords, arrows, and spears. But chemical weapons? That existed too. Around 256 AD, during a Roman siege, Persian forces used sulfur and bitumen to create a toxic gas in underground tunnels. Roman soldiers were suffocated in seconds. It's one of the earliest known examples of chemical warfare in history. One of the most mysterious and eerie phenomena in ancient Egypt involved the Colossi of Memnon, two massive statues that made strange singing sounds at dawn. The Greeks believed these were the voices of gods. Scientists now believe the sound was caused by temperature changes causing cracks in the stone, but the mystery captivated people for centuries. Far below China's Fuxian Lake, divers discovered the ruins of an ancient city that may be over 1,300 years old. Massive stone structures, roads, and even altars lie silently beneath the water. How the city sank is still unknown, leading to theories of earthquakes, floods, or something even stranger. Another fascinating discovery comes from the Shang dynasty in ancient China. Oracle bones were used to predict the future by carving questions into animal bones or turtle shells, then heating them until they cracked. The cracks were interpreted as divine messages. These bones are now the oldest known form of Chinese writing, and a window into a world obsessed with fate and prophecy. The Terracotta Army, discovered in 1974, is one of the greatest archaeological finds in history. Over 8,000 life-sized clay soldiers, each with unique facial features, were buried to guard the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. It's believed many workers who helped build the tomb were buried alive to protect its secrets. The actual tomb, said to contain rivers of mercury, remains unopened due to fear of damaging the site or unleashing ancient toxins. In ancient medical practices, trepanation, drilling holes in the skull, was performed to treat headaches, seizures, or mental illness. Shockingly, many patients survived, as skulls have been found showing signs of healing. It's terrifying to think about, especially considering there was no anesthesia. Even animals have their ancient horrors. Scorpions, for example, have existed for over 400 million years. Ancient peoples feared and worshipped them. They glow under UV light, can survive radiation, and have venom that can kill. Some cultures believe they were guardians of the underworld. And finally, the Black Death. The plague that killed millions in Europe during the Middle Ages might have had ancient origins. Scientists found traces of the same bacteria, Yersinia pestis, in a 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummy, suggesting the deadly disease haunted humanity long before the 14th century. Conclusion: these stories remind us that the ancient world was not only filled with beauty and wisdom, but also with fear, cruelty, and mystery. From bizarre rituals and deadly inventions to lost cities and silent armies, history continues to amaze us. What secrets are still buried beneath the sands waiting to be uncovered? If this fascinated you, imagine what else we don't know yet.